Good morning. I'm out here on my little back balcony. Well, I don't know what the hell this is. Actually, the balcony's up there where I hang out most nights. But anyway, back here on my back porch, I guess you could call it. Who knows? I can tell that it seems like no one's watching yet. I don't have anyone live. And I'm noticing in this angle, like, my hair. So one of the things I've been doing is sleeping in a little more, going on for my run a little later, sometimes working before showering, which is, like, very different for me, right? If your routines have changed in the last few weeks when you're watching this in the replay, go ahead and drop the comment "me" below in the comments, so I don't think I'm alone as the only one who's dramatically changing their routines. For me, I see it as a beautiful time to reset, stop, think about what's really happening, what's important. Why do I need, for example, to shower before I do video coaching with clients? Great question, and I'm playing with that question right now. There are reasons. I have reasons, but I'm seeing if those reasons are true. And so I titled this one today, "How to Change Your Mind Without Plant Medicines." So it's a play on the book by Michael Pollan's How to Change Your Mind, which is very much about plant medicines and psychedelics and psilocybin specifically, but studies all kinds of fungal influences that make us more open-hearted, open-minded, and help us literally rewire the brain. And just for the record, I am not an anti-psychedelic, anti-plant medicine guy. In fact, I've quite enjoyed those modalities, those methods of healing and transforming and just having unique experiences of life. All right, so I got a couple people watching now. You know, what this is about and is how to change your mind. So what I'm noticing is it's not just my routines, it's not just where I spend my time, it's not just what I'm prioritizing that's been changed in these last few weeks with so many restrictions on where we can be, but I'm noticing what I see is changing. And I have a pretty cool story from this morning's run. So if you are noticing that you're seeing things differently or you're seeing different things, drop the comment "me" below, right? Drop the comment "me" below. Hey, what's up, Art? How you doing, brother? So if you're seeing things differently, if you're seeing the world differently, if you're noticing different things in your world, drop the comment "me." So what happened was I was on my run this morning, and it's a run that I've now done hundreds of times, and I've done it a lot more times in the last few weeks since gyms closed. And even since a week before gyms closed, I decided that it was time for me to change up my routine and not go to the gym as much because of the whole COVID-19 thing. But anyway, so I'm running, and I'm at the beginning of my run, and I noticed something pretty extraordinary. By the way, there's main thoroughfare. I live in a beautiful neighborhood. It's very wooded, right by the park, but there's like a main cross street across DC, so you'll hear a lot of trucks and stuff. But anyway, so I'm running, and I'm running down the bottom of this hill, this valley, right before I go into the park. And I look up and I actually notice this house on the hill that I've never seen before, even though I've run here 100 times. And it's this gorgeous house. It looks like a mix between a log cabin and like a 1990s or 80s like modern style, like minimalist like house. So it's got this really cool look to it. Then I look to the right and I see that there's another one very similar to it. What's up? Oh, Naveed, man. It's been years. Oh, Wooten times, brother. How you doing? So anyway, so I see these two really cool houses right on the side of this hill, and their aesthetic totally matches what I love in a home. And the fact they're right on this hill, overlooking the beautiful park in Rock Creek Park, which I love to run in and spend time in, and it's the first time I've seen them, and it blows my mind. And then I start noticing the things that I don't normally notice that today I'm noticing. So, for example, then as I'm running, I'm on the trail, and there's a part of the trail where it's cut out. There's like a hill, and then the actual path is cut out and paved on the side of the hill. So I'm noticing root systems that come out of the side of the hill in these really powerful and intricate ways, and ways that I've actually never noticed before. And then I notice a few other things that I've never noticed before. And what I've actually noticed is the fact that I've not been able to get in gyms, and spring is here in the DC area. I've been spending a lot more time down this way in the park, whether it's been leisurely walks or hikes with friends or with my partner Natalie, whether it's been bike rides, because now I've been cycling in the last year thanks to her, whether it's been more runs because I've been on a run at least probably 5 days a week down in the park. my capacity to see the nature around me is actually growing. What's up, Tyrone? How you doing, man? So Tyrone, what we're talking about is how over the recent weeks, some of the things that we see and perceive in the world have changed. So I see Helen's joined, so Tyrone, Naveed, Art, Helen. If you've noticed the way you see the world has changed in the last few weeks, drop a me in the comments. Just put me in the comments so I know I'm not alone. But anyway, so I'm noticing this. And what it's reminding me of is how easy it is to actually change our minds without plant medicines and without psychedelics and without antidepressants and without having to go through peak experiences, without having to go through transformational experiences or having to go through traumas or huge awarenesses or insights. What I've noticed throughout my life is that I've been able to change the way my brain works, the way my nervous system works, by changing my focus, by changing my attention. And there's a lot of ways that we can train our attention. There's a lot of ways that we can train what we're noticing. Hi, Helen. Oh, hey, Robin Knapp's watching as well, too. So anyway, there's a lot of ways we can train what we notice. And when we train what we notice, all of a sudden, we can't stop noticing it unless we choose to. So for example, when I was coming back on my run, I saw those houses. I saw them from half a mile away. Exactly, new perspectives. So really, what I'm challenging all of us to look at is how we've been changed in a good way, how our new perspective is helping us see the world differently. So just like I can see, what's up, Tyrone? Just like, thanks for dropping that comment. Just like I can see these beautiful houses on a hill and these roots coming out on the side of a trail in this place where I've always run and I've never seen them before today. And just like because I've spent probably 24 hours in nature in the last 2 weeks that I wouldn't normally spend, I now see these intricate little details and shades and colors in trees and roots and plants and water. I'm seeing water differently since I've been taking these live stream videos. Just like I can see nature differently, just like I can see things on my run differently, you can right now see your partners differently. You can see your family differently. You can see crisis and obstacle differently. What's up, Michael? What's up, George James? How you doing, guys? So anyway, we're saying drop a comment me in the comments below if you notice that what you're seeing in the world is changing. And so we have this capacity to change the way we think, the way we see the world, the way we communicate, the way we feel. And it's a matter of opening the doorway through welcoming awareness. Now, this is important to me because that's actually what I do every day. You know, people think a lot of the time, it's like, Joe, you give people advice, right? Like you help people make better choices in life. And yeah, that's true. And every once in a while I do give advice, but that's not the main gig. The main thing I do is I help people see their world differently. What's up, Rich Wilkinson? How you doing, brother? So anyway, we help people see their world differently. So for example, last week I was with a client, and he's actually a really emotionally intelligent person. He's a very empathetic person. He's in a beautiful marriage that he loves. They're also poly, so he's dating several people. He's got a side business, and he's really successful and a consultant too. So his life's like really beautiful, and what we've been untangling is how he sees the world and how he sees relationship. So for him, it was a new awareness because of just my questioning, because of my challenging of the way he saw the world, because of my own inquiry and my own curiosity. He was able to see that for him, he doesn't actually need to pretend to be empathetic. He sometimes thinks that being emotionally available for people he loves is about always being empathetic. What's up, Peter Stoltz? How you doing, brother? He thinks it's about always showing empathy, always showing compassion. And I challenged him. I said, you know, if you're not really feeling it, is it really empathy? Well, no. Can it be compassion? Yes. But he believed that he had to listen indefinitely to people that he loved, to their complaining or their negativity. I challenged him to see another way that he could be supportive but still create boundaries for himself. It steals energy, time, and attention from him when he thinks that he has to be completely open to listening to every little complaint that people in his life have for him to be a emotionally available partner, emotionally available and present and emotionally intelligent consultant. He thinks that he just has to listen to everybody and he has to be there for everybody. What's up, David? How you doing, brother? But what he realized through our conversation and through my inquiry is that he does not need to compromise his own boundaries to be emotionally available for others, to be supportive to others. That he can say things like, hey, you know, right now I'm actually not in a good place to really hear the challenge that you're going through. I can feel my male brain wanting to fix all your challenges, and that's not going to work for you right now. I know that you don't want that from me, but that's what's happening. I'll listen for a couple more minutes, but I'd like to go take care of a few other things, and then let's create space for me to come back and really hear what's going on for you. He didn't realize he could do that. Or he didn't realize he could say things like, you know, I've heard you talk about this problem 4 or 5 times, and I've been patient, and I've been listening, and I've been compassionate, but I'd really like to see you take some action on it. Otherwise, I don't necessarily want to keep hearing about it because it's becoming frustrating, and I'm having a hard time actually being in a loving space when I listen to you. What's up, Neil? How you doing, brother? So anyway, that's an example. That's an example of how deep inquiry about having great conversations with other human beings that think differently from yourself or that are willing to challenge your way of seeing the world, how it can help us open up new perspective. And that's how you can every single day change your mind. That's how you can completely change the way you function, by looking at the world differently, by choosing to grow awareness. And a lot of the time people think that we need to create all this crazy discipline to change our world. We don't. I tell people all the time, I'm not that disciplined. I just train my focus and train my attention on the things that I want to train it on that help me keep the habits that have me living a life that's lit the fuck up every day. I also challenge my old beliefs that keep me from living that life. And it's something I do regularly on a personal basis. What's up, Donnie? How you doing? Thanks for joining. But it's also something that I pay people to do on a regular basis. So Neil, if you're still watching, I joined Cadre because there's people that are from very different backgrounds and live very different lives, and it challenges me to see the world differently. I like to integrate my world with people that have very different life experiences because it challenges me to see the world differently. So in a singular moment, with a singular inquiry, or with a certain amount of time focusing our attention, we can completely change the way our mind works. Again, whether it's me seeing these 2 gorgeous houses on the hill, or seeing the root systems, or the colors in the trees, or the way the light hits the water in a whole new way because I'm spending time in nature, or whether it's you seeing that you don't have to actually sit there and take a bunch of crap from a partner to actually be a good partner, whether it's you seeing that you can put up boundaries and that helps you be a loving partner, whether it's you seeing that you can claim some space and some downtime and alone time away from your family right now, even though you're locked in a room with them, because that's self-care and that's going to help you be more present for them. These are all the things that we can do. So the capacity to change your mind, it's not that you have to go on some mythical journey. You don't have to take ayahuasca and psilocybin and all these things. Like, they're legit. They're cool. I dig them. I know a lot of people who do a lot of it. I love those people. They're doing great work. There's healing powers. I've done them myself. But my point is, you can change your mind without altering substances and without peak experiences. So let's start to validate. And let's start to configure our lives to be able to change the way we see the world and grow it when it's not serving us on a daily basis. So just for today, can you ask yourself, what is it that I need to see differently? What is it that I need to challenge myself to choose to see differently? And what will help me be more relaxed, more present, more calm, more peaceful, more loving, more communicative in this crazy time that we're all dealing with? So that's what I got for you today. I don't even remember if I hit all the points that I put up on the comments or the message, but it doesn't matter. Thanks, Helen. I see you popping the smile in there. For anyone that's watching this still, drop the comment me below if you are noticing that what you're noticing is very different, if you're seeing the world very differently. And I really appreciate you. Now I gotta cancel a trip. Don't cancel a trip. Donnie, I don't know where you're tripping. Oh, I get it. You're going to cancel your trip. Don't cancel your trip. You should still do that too, because that's like a hyperspeed, super highway to see the world differently. You know what I mean? So anyway, I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a wonderful, beautiful Monday. And I'm just going to show you what I get to look out at back behind my kitchen and behind my bedroom real quick before I peace out. Look at this gorgeousness, People in my neighborhood are so dope, planting these amazing gardens everywhere with tulips. Oh, I'm so lucky. Have an awesome, thanks Helen. Have an awesome Monday. Peace out, guys.